Hi, I'm Wendy Thompson. I'm a librarian at the Round Rock Campus Library. In this tutorial, I will be demonstrating how to search for systematic reviews in the database Cochrane Library. I will show you the simplest way to conduct a search in the database and how to view your results so you can get started with your research. I'm currently on the Cochrane Library homepage. If you need guidance on how to access Cochrane or other databases, please view my tutorial on selecting a database. Let's get started. From the home page, click Advanced Search. This brings us to the page where we can enter our search terms. Notice that we are on the Search tab. We will not be going over the other tabs, but feel free to explore them on your own. I do want to mention Pico Search, which you can use if you have a Pico question. I find it easier to use the basic search even when I have a Pico question, but again, feel free to explore it on your own. The first thing we need to do is enter our search terms. In Cochrane, you use keyword searching and the operators and, or, and not, as well as other commands like phrase searching and truncation. If you need to review database search commands, please see my tutorial, Searching Databases Using a Pico Question. Cochrane has remembered my previous search, so I do not need to enter keywords. When you are searching Cochrane, you will type your keywords into these boxes. I use terms that I identified as keywords from a Pico question. My first term is pediatric patient, which I truncated so the database brings back patient or patients plural. When you are searching any database, keep in mind that the database will only bring back articles that mention the words you type in the search box. I'm going to keep the search field on title abstract keyword. So the database will search for the terms we type in the box in the title, abstract, and keyword fields of the articles. You can change this to other fields, which commands the database to search for your search terms in those fields. For example, if I wanted the database to return articles written by a particular author, I would select the author field and type the author's name into the search box. My next term is asthma, which I typed on the second line. You can enter all of your search terms on one line, but a better strategy is to enter your terms on separate lines because if you don't get the search results you want, having the terms on separate lines makes it easier to change them. I'm going to select the AND operator. So the database will only bring articles that mention both pediatric patient and asthma. We could add another search term by clicking the plus sign, but I'm just going to limit our search to just two concepts. A good strategy is to keep your initial search terms down to 2 to 3 concepts because the more terms you add, the less likely you are to find articles that discuss all of those terms. Now I'm going to click Run Search and see what we get. We returned 31 systematic reviews, 1,189 trials, and 1 editorial. The main purpose of Cochrane Database is to provide access to systematic reviews that Cochrane sponsors, so you will have full text access to the reviews. Cochrane does not provide full text access to the trials, but Cochrane does let you know what databases do provide access. When I click on the Trials tab, I see citations for trials that have something to do with the keywords I entered. If I scroll down to Source, I can see the databases that provide access to the trials. If the source is PubMed or CTGov, which stands for clinicaltrials.gov, or CINAHL, you may be able to access the full text article. However, we do not have access to Embase through Texas State. ICTRP is the International Clinical Trials Registry platform, which provides brief records of trials, but not necessarily full text access. Let's go back to the Reviews tab. Let's take a look at a review on our list so you can see the different tools Cochrane offers. Some of the reviews, like the first one, list the PICOs for the study, which you may find useful. If I click on the title of the review, I can access the systematic review, as well as access tools such as printing and sharing. If you want to email the review to yourself, click Share, then Email. If you click Cite this review, you can export the citation to different citation managers, or you can just copy and paste the citation into your paper or working bibliography. Regardless of which method you use, I suggest that you double check the citation for errors using a citation manual like the AMA citation manual. That concludes my tutorial on searching Cochrane Library for systematic reviews. If you have any questions, please stop by the RRC library or chat with us online.